In this week's episode, we see how they run.
Yeah, the new whodunit with, what's his bucket?
Sam Rockwell.
And Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse Ronan.
Yes, that's what I said. And other pop culture news.
So we just got back from the theater where we saw See How They Run. Like he said, great whodunit.
Fun.
So fun.
And let me what was I gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say loosely, maybe sort of kind of based on, but largely adapted from an Agatha Christie play called Mousetrap.
So there's this thing about Mousetrap. Agatha Christie left on testament to her nephew, I think. Yeah. But there was a stipulation that should never be adapted to a movie, to a film. The only way Mousetrap should be experienced, should be watched and appreciated would be the West End in England, in London, where to this day is being portrayed, is being played, And so when this movie was announced that they would go there, they actually go there, but they don't go there, and it's in the trailer. Yeah. It's about a whodunit, as I said, but it's about whodunit on the set, on the theater, or where they doing Mousetrap.
Yes.
So there's very, 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 very little about Mousetrap.
Yeah.
So if you didn't see it, you still can see and appreciate it.
In fact, they're quite explicit in the film about not spoiling
the film
or the play.
Which is, well, but there's nothing to spoil on the play. What is there? I don't know.
Well, yeah, who done it?
On the play?
Yeah.
No, we don't know who does in the play.
That's what I'm saying. They're explicit about not spoiling it.
Yes.
There's that whole speech.
Like, which is apparently is a practice from the people that do the play. At the end, they tell everybody, don't tell anything, don't spoil, so everybody can experience proper and enjoy. And that's it. So Agatha Christie based, heavily inspired, but it's very meta concerning making movies, making plays. Not so much about making books.
No, not at all.
But it has some surprises and has some things that are predictable but well done.
Yeah.
And it's funny. What else you want to say?
No, I think you just about covered it. I certainly don't want to spoil anything. I think if you're a fan of Agatha Christie, even though this isn't necessarily like an adaptation of her work, this is definitely something that you'll enjoy. There's a lot of the same humor, the whole period setting, the Britishness of it all. It was delightful. Sam Rockwell and Saoirse Ronan are always wonderful in everything I've seen them in, and they totally lived up to that.
Yeah.
In this, so it was very funny. There were some heartfelt moments, and then you have the whole whodunit thing aspect of it. Plus, and there were a lot of moments that reminded me of The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which is that Nicolas Cage film that came out earlier this year, which was like the movie was about them making that movie. And this one there were lots of like meta jokes about making a movie out of this play and the tropes of the whodunit. Anyway,
we see and
super funny, super entertaining.
We see and hear some real characters, like real life characters.
Yes.
Richard Attenborough for he's on the trailer, and his character's part of the movie. And who else can talk? We hear about Hitchcock and about Grace Kelly. So it's reality, fiction,
Yeah.
fiction from the play, fiction from the movie, fiction from the movie inside the movie.
Yeah.
And, yeah. It's pretty well done. It's fun. It's a terrific cast.
Mm-hmm.
It has Saoirse Ronan and what's his
Sam
bucket?
Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell, Adrian Brody, Daniel Olajuwolo.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of Ruth Wilson? What else can you mention? Top of my head.
Honestly, those are all the names that I remember from it. But as with any film set in Great Britain, like, you're gonna recognize a whole bunch of other people.
British actors, talented British actors. It is fun. It's not as funny as what was it? No, we called the Nicolas Cage movie.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Because that one is like hilarious.
Yes.
This one, it's serious business. It's about murder.
Yeah.
But it's definitely funny. There's definitely funny moments from beginning to end. And there's a little bit of drama. Not so much. It's definitely very light. I don't know the rating. I can't remember. Do you know?
You know, it could very well be PG-13. I don't remember much in the way of swearing.
PG-13.
Yeah, PG-13.
Yes.
Yeah, they keep it.
And it's very smart. It's beautifully done. The costumes and the sets.
Oh yes.
Are impeccable.
Those are just so fun.
And
which is another thing I think you expect from Agatha Christie. Like, these are a lot of her mysteries tend to take place in the world of the wealthy, and so you have like just beautiful, like, either country homes. In this case, there's a few scenes in the Savoy Hotel. So yeah, like, beautiful sets and just like impeccable costumes that are just visually a delight.
Yeah.
Delight, I say.
And what else can we say?
Something I got a kick out of was, so Sam Rockwell, as we see in the trailer, is the inspector, yeah, that Scotland Yard sends over, and he's the perfect opposite of Hercule Poirot, who's of course probably Agatha Christie's most famous character. He's like precise and meticulous in every way, and Sam Rockwell is just like, whoa.
Yeah,
just the opposite, and that was entertaining to me. Just a notable difference from Christie. Anyway, I really don't want to say anything else just because I don't want to spoil it. And with this kind of movie, like, even the details, it's not just the ending that you can spoil, it's like all the details along the way. So just go watch it.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
And if you've seen the trailer and you liked it, you're really gonna like the movie because it's a good trailer. It doesn't give away. It's about who done it. It's about a murder, and it's like we only find out at the very end. It's like, even though there's hints and clues everywhere, it's properly done. As a lady, Dame Agatha Christie, was she named?
You know, she really should be.
She should.
I don't know.
Anyways, is as good as what she does. You know, it's not like you're gonna read the first page and say, I know it. No.
Yeah.
Who does this lying? Anyways, see how they run. It's out in the theaters. It premiered yesterday. I mean, technically premieres tomorrow, but it's out everywhere. It's fun. It's light. It's I think it's a beginning of a fall type of movie.
Yes.
You know, it's not like summer blockbuster. Even though the movie is impeccable, it's really well done. But you know, it's not like it's Fox. I mean, Fox. It's Fox Searchlight, which is the branch of Fox, or branch of 20th Studios, whatever they call it now.
Yeah.
That does independent movies. But this one is independent, but like they have superstars, and it's done really, really well.
Yep.
But it feels like, you know, a fall movie type of movie that is more or less like explosions and action. This one is more like sit down and enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go.
See
Enjoy the
how
ride.
they run. So if you like that kind of thing, run and see it.
Yeah. Okay. This past week, also saw the 74th Emmy Awards.
Yes, and people celebrated television. People that make television, and there's with the last couple of years, last decade or so, there's maybe more. We have really good television. Golden age of
Really
television
good
is
stuff, yeah.
expanding and expanding and moving, and we saw some of those nominated, but not nominated. We saw those being awarded on this Emmy season. Before we get to the winners, the audiences, the
audiences, it was not great.
Yeah.
You said people celebrated, but not as many people as before.
We got the names of the awarded. We kind of like, hey, we knew that one. Hey, makes sense, that one. We saw it and we like it, but we didn't see the show, and apparently a lot of people didn't see it.
Yeah,
because
it was an all-time low.
Yeah, it went down 25% compared to last year. So yeah,
which is not good. Only 5.9 million people watched.
Yeah, and the ones that watched were kind of disappointed with the musical, the opening act, the opening musical with Kenan Thompson was like, it wasn't a good start.
It wasn't, like, they did a good job, like, referencing a lot of, like, major contributors to, like, television history and like shows that are a big deal for pop culture, but
even considering television picture history, they choose very few and very. It was not a good.
It was just.
Anyways, other thing someone says, like, oh, it looks like it's 1992 because it was a terrible musical number, and some of the winners, there was a lot of F-bombs among the winners.
Oh dear.
Speeches. Yeah.
Okay. And apparently that also happened in
What's a bucket?
1992.
What's a bucket? The lady from White Lotus that won. You have
that was a lot. White Lotus actually led the wins. They came away with a total of 10 wins between the creative arts and then the actual telecast with like all the special people. Get their awards.
Anyways,
but.
surprises. Yeah, there was Abbott Elementary surprised everybody. Most in special with the category for actress. That everybody expected to go to the lady in Ted Lasso. But Ted Lasso won several, including Best Actor for Ted Lasso for Jason Sudeikis again, and for Brett
Goldstein
again, proving that the show is really good.
Yeah. Honestly, none of these. Are you thinking of Jennifer Coolidge?
Jennifer Coolidge? Yeah, White Lotus. What about her?
Well, you kept saying that lady.
Yeah, I'm trying to think it was her that started dancing when they tried to play her out, She started making a musical number to try to stay a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they can keep this whole ceremony to themselves. Just announce the winners.
Yeah.
I'm really fine with that.
So big winners, White Lotus. What else?
So White Lotus came away with 10 Emmys. Next up was Euphoria and Squid Game with 6. And then Stranger Things.
Euphoria was another kind of surprise snub. Zendaya won. For the actress that Zendaya won for the second time, being the second time the youngest person win the category. People were hoping that Melanie Wolonsky from Yellow Jackets would win. She was like one of the faves, especially because Zendaya won the previous year, but the Academy decided to go again for her. Anyways.
Oh, okay. Well, good for her. I don't know. Who else do you want to do you want to cover?
Some of the other. Let's go real quick.
We've got like 9 pages of results here.
Among the biggest winners.
Okay, Mike.
No.
Here.
Top
okay.
Winners
So Euphoria and Squid Game came in with 6. Adele, One Night Only, and Stranger Things, and The Beatles Get Back all had 5 Emmys. Arcane, Succession, and Ted Lasso came away with 4 Emmys each. Abbott Elementary, Barry, Hacks, Last Week with John Oliver,
and
a whole bunch came in with. And Only Murders and Ted Lasso, Abbott Elementary, and Barry all had 3.
Yeah, and among the Barry. Only Murders in the Building.
Mm-hmm.
There was some people thought there was kind of a with Steve Martin and Martin Shaw doing terrific, and Only Murders. They felt like they not winning. Same thing was with Hader and Barry. Another big snub at the night was the last season of Don't Call. You Better. What's it called? Better Call Saul?
Oh, Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're not on here at all.
But yeah.
That's weird. Here's one that surprises me. How I Met Your Father has 2 Emmys. That was a decidedly mediocre spinoff.
But what's the Emmys for?
I have no idea. I do not feel like going through all of this to find them.
It could be technical.
But what was technically impressive about that show?
I don't know.
Like, name one thing.
I don't know. As if it's depends on the competitors. If it's competing with Days of Our Lives or I don't know.
But this is primetime Emmys. It wouldn't be up against Days of Our Lives.
I mean, again, if it's competing,
it'd be up against like Stranger Things. What, like Stranger Things. Like that would take every technical.
I don't know. Maybe that was one of the episodes that had like, oh my gosh, this episode was good.
I didn't see that episode.
I don't know. I would have to
see. Like,
it's
fine. Let's see. Just not like Emmy worthy.
Let's see. I mean,
in my opinion,
what they won. Maybe it was best How I Met Your Father.
Maybe it was best How I Met Your Mother spinoff.
Okay, I mean that they were favorites. So they won for outstanding cinematography for a multi-camera series. So it's very specific. It's for that type of show. It would not compete with any other shows you mentioned. And the other one was outstanding multi-camera picture editing for a comedy series. Multi-camera series is those types of sitcom that like Big
Seinfeld,
Bang Theory, just like you have a
How I Met Your Mother
stage. And you have multi-cameras there to shoot the whole thing. Different than shows like, in opposition to that, we have shows like Modern Family, that a camera follow you, so a single camera. So, there you have it. It was very specific. Still
outstanding is just such a strong word. With all due respect to the creators of the show, they did a fine job. I'm just not convinced. They did an outstanding job. But since
you are on it, let's see who were the competitors.
Yes, who are the other ones?
I saw this right here. Awards. Okay. Emmys. Primetime.
While you look for that, other shows that we saw. That also, so Dope Sick had 2 Emmys. Dope Sick, I think, is not only it was very well made, but extremely important, and one that I think like every adult should see. And then Severance also won 2 Emmys, and I thought that was really interesting. There's a animated anthology show called Love, Death, and Robots that sounds very interesting to me. They came in with 2 Emmys, so that's on my own personal list. But yeah. So, lots of good shows, came away with lots of awards.
Yeah, well, what else? Any surprise?
I don't know that there were any big shocks. Like you said, almost everything really makes sense. Like, White Lotus won for writing and directing.
So you have that list. Of the top winners.
Yep.
So let's go back to that.
Okay. I don't know what else to say from there.
Yeah. No. I mean, I will say. So the top winner, HBO. So HBO is still second.
That's right.
HBO. Third one, Netflix. Fourth one, I have no idea who made that.
The Adele One Night Only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then the next one, Stranger Things. There's Netflix. The Beatles Get Back. I think it's Hulu. Directed by Peter Jackson. That one. Best director, Arcane, I don't know, but then comes Succession.
Arcane is Netflix. It's an animation.
Oh, the animation, okay.
Yeah, which is also on my list. So yeah, an animated series getting 4 Emmys.
Succession, HBO. Ted Lasso, Apple. Abbott Elementary, it was a surprise. That's broadcast.
Oh.
Yeah, it's NBC, I think. Yeah. And it comes back HBO, Hacks HBO. Last week tonight with John Oliver HBO. And you see that Apple didn't do much this year. So was Hulu.
That's right. Let's see. So Only Murders is Hulu, right?
Yes.
Black Lady Sketch Show I think is HBO. Dope Sick was Hulu.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. How I Met Your Father was Hulu. Love, Death and Robots might be Netflix, but don't quote me on that. Who did Severance? Was that Apple?
Apple.
Okay. So they've got 2.
Okay.
But yeah, not spectacular. It's dominated by
but definitely
HBO
not the Uber fans. Nathan Lane finally won. He's Emmy after being nominated 7 times. While we're doing The Shadows, got for costumes because their costumes are pretty cool.
They are very cool.
But what was it? Apple, Hulu. The Uber fans of Disney. Disney didn't get anything right on that.
You are good. I mean, unless you count Hulu as part of Disney.
Oh, sure, no.
But yeah, none of these are standing out. So this list is just the shows that won 2 or more.
Okay.
But I
so
don't see any Disney Plus series.
I think Disney actually won. They won for Mandalorian, and they won for what was the other thing? Moon Knight. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, but it was like top
Interesting.
the bottom of the barrel. So outstanding multi-camera picture editing for a comedy series. It was between How I Met Your Father and Call Me Kat.
Oh.
So you know.
Okay, so
I still didn't find the other one, but apparently the competition is, it went through between streaming service show and broadcast show, and the streaming one, which is the.
It's not a huge shock.
Is the standard. Yeah. No, I think isn't Beatles. No, Beatles is Disney. Right?
No, Apple was the first to get their catalog.
Beatles Get Back, the documentary with Peter Jackson, I'm pretty sure is Disney. I'll check in a second. But if that's the case, there's 17,100 categories in IMDb.
So many.
Does not have a search button. I mean, a find button.
Yeah.
So it should be right by the editing, right? Cinematography, but I guess not. There's a category for sound editing, sound mixing. I'm gonna count to 3 and give up on this list.
You can Google it.
Yeah.
People at home, if you're really that interested.
Anyways.
Suffice it to say, the Emmys happened. The show itself was missable, and a lot of really good shows won a bunch of awards. Well deserved. Yeah, it looks like this is Disney.
Why are you saying
Get
that?
back, because it flashed the Disney watermark.
The Disney
on the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it was Disney Plus. So yeah, Disney got up there with, credit to Peter Jackson.
Yeah, with a documentary
about the Beatles. So it's
really good source material.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so that was the Emmys, and there's some good stuff there if you wanna join us and watch. We watch a lot of those, and some that we don't watch, but are definitely on our radar. We gonna get to them eventually. Some not, but some yes.
Okay. In the meantime, the legendary director of the French New Wave, Jean-Luc Godard, has died.
The Nouvelle Vague.
Nouvelle Vague.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're excited, you say Nouvelle Vague.
Yeah. Just throwing syllables.
Yeah. Je sais pas. Oh, c'est très bien. Comment? Ah, oh là là. Anyways, if you're French, you know what I said, and translating to English, our sentiments to the family for the loss of one of the great ones that changed how it makes it changed a quintessential aspect of cinema back in the day, where it was like producer cinema. Directors were like employees, and directors started at that point through their revolution. They echoed everywhere in the planet in different new waves, including the American New Wave, the generation of '60. Spielberg, Coppola, Scorsese, Lucas De Palma, among others. But Godard was some of the first young, I think they were called Young Turks. Anyways, don't quote me on that. I might be thinking of something else. But they started this movement where directors were the authors. They are the maestros of the symphony that the movies are. And from that we got great things. We got movies
Spielberg, Scorsese, Coppola.
Movies that look like the person that direct them, and not the guy that is financing it. And Jean-Luc Godard, and may he rest in peace.
Yeah.
And if you never seen one of his movies, you saw it's definitely an experience. It's not like the American New Wave and the rise of the blockbuster. It's very different, but it's very different and might have a terrific impact on the audience that never saw that. And you might recognize the influence of them in some other things.
That's always fun. Speaking of legendary figures who've passed away, after the death of Queen Elizabeth II, The Crown, the first season, has gone back up to the Netflix top 10, which is lovely. What's not so lovely is that NBC interrupted the very last ever episode of Days of Our Lives, which is a soap opera that's been running it's been running all the days of my life. I don't know how much longer before that. Anyway, they interrupted the last ever episode to air King Charles' speech as he, he took the throne. There's what is the word?
He was benedicted.
Oh, damn, what is the word? Yeah. Investiture. His investiture speech. Anyway, it was a lovely speech, but if you're a super fan... So he was investitured? He was invested. Yes. Or something at an investiture ceremony. You're gonna do some more linguistic wizardry?
I don't know. Investiture, it sounds like he would be investitured. Invested, it sounds like it comes from investing.
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
But,
I don't know.
It's their language if they all screw up.
Anywho, alright. Folks, have we got trailers to talk about tonight?
Yeah. So also
Buckle
this
up,
week
buttercups.
we're going to talk about D23. It happened last weekend. Is a Disney convention where they bring all their stars, where they bring all their prospective projects, and they promote their movies, and of course with Disney Plus, their TV shows. And with that, there was like a lot of announcements, a lot of trailers that made to the convention center, trailers that also made out of the convention center to the YouTube,
to normal people,
to the press, and so we saw some of them. But yeah, let's start with Marvel.
Okay. I did not organize these like this. There were way too many.
So
we don't need to get to...
No, we're gonna get to that after. Because we have a list of trailers. So let's get to let's get to some other trailers first. And the other trailers came from the TIFF, Toronto International Film Festival. That's going. So we first seen some details, some trailers about some movies, including the Neil Damien Chazelle, the guy from the director writer from La La Land. He was producer. I think he was on the producer of Greatest Showman. Anyways, Babylon with Margot Robbie and Brad Pitt.
This is giving strong Once Upon a Time in Hollywood vibes.
Yeah.
Obviously, well,
very meta, talking about the behind the scenes of Hollywood. This is like Hollywood celebrating Hollywood. The good and the bad, the crazy. Hence the name Babylon.
Yeah.
And you see that movies being made and they doing crazy stuff in front and behind the cameras.
Yes.
Margot Robbie is don't need to say anything about her. So is Brad Pitt. And
they both have solid resumes. It does look interesting.
The trailer and as the movie might have a lot of music. The guy does musicals. He does music, so it looks good.
It does. Next was the Fabelmans.
Yeah, another one from
Spielberg, right?
From TIFF. It's one from Steven Spielberg about Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, this is about, well, he just said it's about Steven Spielberg. We see in the trailer, a little boy who has close relationship with his mother and is just fascinated by movies and cameras. We see him as he grows up through, a teenager, a young man, it's young adulthood. We see him constantly making films and watching films and being amazed by them, and then people being amazed by the films that he makes, but then also some of the family turmoil and family relationships and all this other stuff that go into it. It looks really beautiful.
Yeah, it's Spielberg, so there's not much to say. Michelle Williams and Paul Dano. Who else we seen? Seth Rogen.
That's right, but unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Clean shaven, not high, goofy, silly.
I don't know if she's
Seth Rogen.
We have to watch to see.
Yes, well, yes, we will have to
Anyways, great cast. Coming soon.
Okay, the last one we have, I think this is the last one we have that's not part of D23, or not coming from Disney, is the Assassin's Creed Mirage trailer.
Oh, yeah, and this is the next installment of the Assassin's Creed video game series. Comes out next year. It's about... Hassan, I have to check the name because it sounds a lot like a secondary character on the previous game. So it could be, his ascension, his rise. And this one goes to the Orient. Is that what we call that?
No, I think we would call this the Middle East.
Middle East. There's no other ways to call that.
I mean, the Orient just refers to anything east. And it is kind of an outdated word. We don't really use that in English anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
So
it goes to
Middle East, Far East.
Far East. Which goes a little with the original games that take place in Jerusalem, Damascus.
It reminded me a lot of the first game.
And it looks beautiful as every Assassin's Creed trailer. It does, and
there's moments where you forget that it's animated.
Yeah,
that's how meticulous it is.
Well, it's for the next generations with PS5. It's prime because this current Assassin's Creed Valhalla is for PlayStation 5. Believing PlayStation 4, so it's it doesn't use the full capabilities of PlayStation 5, the next generation video games. This one goes further, so it would definitely use the technology. It looks good. We see basically one main character and one very important secondary character. The secondary being a woman voiced by Shorin Agadishlu, famous for portraying Arabics in many Middle Easterns, in many movies. She was in 24. And she was on, what was that movie we saw that she was a flight attendant? She was the friend of Kaylee Cuoco's character. Anyways, so the whole thing looks beautiful. It looks cool. Comes out next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks very cool. I look forward to watching you play it. All right,
You can play it too.
I mean, yes, technically I can, but you have to invest a lot of consistent time in those games, and that's just not something I can do.
But you can play like little by little. Wasn't that how you finished The Last of Us?
I haven't finished The Last of Us.
Oh.
Because I don't have time to play little by little, especially games that my children can't see.
Oh yeah, those games.
Which is why I play
very
Multiverses and Fortnite.
Yeah.
Because Assassin's Creed is like
she only shoots little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, keep it appropriate for the children.
One quick bit about The Last of Us. So The Last of Us came up with this remaster version, which I thought was like a money grab because the game was released for PlayStation 3. They remastered for PlayStation 4. Yeah. And again, they remastered for PlayStation 5. It was like, oh, come on, guys. I finished the game with PlayStation 3. Why I want to buy another one for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5? Anyways, just one quick fun bit about the remaster version. If you try to look for this on the previous versions, the previous remaster version for PlayStation 4 and the original version for PlayStation 3, you're not going to find on the remaster version for PlayStation 5 and next generation consoles. You're going to get inside of a building. And that building is the Dunder Mifflin building.
No.
Is the office.
Oh,
you're going to go to the office. You're going to go, I think it's Pan's desk. You can see a picture. Even though it's not in Pennsylvania, it's not in Scranton. But yeah, you go through that and it's like basically the same. You see where the copy machine is, the reception. And yeah, just a fan. Things that the creators put there for the fans.
Love a good Easter egg. Mm-hmm. That's so cool. All right,
time for the Marvel Disney trailers. So Disney trailers. We seen what we seen Disney. We saw Disenchanted, which is the sequel for Enchanted.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
In that one, what you think?
I am excited about this one because this is like original. This isn't an adaptation. This isn't a reboot. It is a sequel, but it's a sequel to an original film.
And
this is something I've been like begging for from Disney for so long. So
I don't remember the details on the first one. I did see the whole thing, but when she sings with the cockroaches, I thought it was like spectacular.
Oh yeah, this was this was the first time I'd seen Amy Adams, and like she totally stole my heart. Stole the show, I was so impressed by her, and just like the creativity and like the kind of tongue-in-cheek nature of the movie. And so Enchanted is a great film, and I loved it. We took my 4-year-old sister to see it when it came out in theaters, and she had long red fluffy hair, not unlike Giselle, and she spent most of the time dancing in the aisles. So I have very warm fuzzy feelings about this. Anyway, this looks great. It looks like it does a really good job of like playing on the whole fairy tale world versus real world, and Giselle dealing with like real life challenges and maybe feeling kind of homesick for fairy tale things and like romanticizing the fairy tale things.
And things seem to be kind of crazy. It seems like she's like playing with the dark side. You don't know what's going on.
Well, she makes a wish that goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So I think again we have some of the same things they dealt with in the first one. Like the fairy tale magic doesn't solve your problems.
Yeah.
It could make them worse. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping, it looks like a lot of the original cast are back. Patrick Dempsey, James Marsden, Idina Menzel. And if they know what's good for them, they better let that woman sing. Because they wasted her. Yeah, she didn't sing anything in the first one. They have Idina Menzel as a main character.
But anyone else sings?
Yes, it's a whole musical.
That's right. Yeah.
There are multiple songs. Yeah, she sings to the cockroaches. She has a whole song and dance number in Central Park. And Patrick Dempsey is like, "What the heck is happening?"
Yeah.
And anyway.
Yeah, that's right. She should sing.
So. Anyways,
so among there's before we move to the trailers, among all the trailers, Disney show footage of the new Peter Pan. It's called Peter Pan and Wendy. They announced a lot of Pixar, even though there was not a lot of footage. There's not a lot of footage available out for, in the media for us. But
they're doing a sequel to Inside Out.
Yeah.
They're doing Elementals, which...
the elements have feelings. They have the
it's
toys.
It's a thing. If toys have feelings, if monsters have feelings, if bugs have feelings, if robots have feelings.
Feelings have feelings.
Feelings have feelings.
And now the elements.
Now the elements have feelings.
Ella, Wish, which is a story based on a wish upon a star. The whole
that's right. Yeah.
The story there. Ella, among others. The trailer, before we get to another Disney trailer, the trailer for Little Mermaid was out and is not getting much love.
I would disagree with that. I would say it is very controversial because people are loving it and people are hating it, and I have not heard anybody in between. Probably because, like me, they just don't want to get involved. But there are plenty of people who are loving this and are very excited about it. Yeah, but based on the numbers,
you see, the trailer on YouTube has... I had specific numbers.
It has almost 2 million dislikes right now. Do you have to watch a whole trailer to dislike it?
No, you don't have to watch.
You don't have to watch it. You just go.
Yeah.
Cause I just wonder. Well.
But there's the thing about it's like there's the thing about like and the thing about dislike is if you like, you might click on a like. If you dislike, you might not click on dislike. So that might mean that the people that disliked, the number is much bigger. You know what I'm talking about?
I would respectfully disagree. Just because the internet tends to foment and encourage negativity more than positivity.
Yeah, but...
Don't you think? I feel like if people have negative feelings about it, they're much more likely to express negative feelings than they are to express positive feelings on the internet.
I know. I feel like it's I don't know. I mean, if I let me put it this way, not considering trailers, but considering like an episode, considering a show or a movie, if someone really liked it, they will like also for selfish reasons they're gonna like. So more of that comes to my timeline. Sure. If someone dislikes it, it's like I usually don't. I mean, I really have to just like it. I really have to hate it to click on dislike. Otherwise, it's like, oh, jeez, I waste my time with this. I'm not gonna just because.
But do people do you go through YouTube the same way you do like Instagram or Netflix or something where? There's an algorithm feeding you. I guess there is a... I don't know. I just feel like it's become such a controversy. I just don't even want to right now.
If anything, like some of the reboots, remakes, the live action versions of movies, including Pinocchio that we're going to talk soon, it's, the reason for it to make one is always like, really, why? It's like, yeah. And they never improved on it. They kind of dropped the ball. So this would be another one. It remains to be seen, but so far,
Yeah, I really wish they would stop, which is why I'm delighted to hear about Disenchanted and just it
will only confirm.
So tired of The Little Mermaid already. I haven't even seen this trailer.
Exactly, and it would only confirm the reasoning behind the dislike and increase the dislike since Lion King, the trailer was. Not very exciting because
it was shot for shot.
Yeah,
the animated version.
The movie, it didn't change. They changed a little bit. They had another song. Yes. They have another little bits of story, but it didn't improve on the good impact that people wanted it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
another tricky thing.
Another trailer we saw for Disney was Santa Claus series with Tim Allen returning as the role of Santa. Obviously coming for Christmas. And
returns of lots of beloved characters. So so much warm, fuzzy nostalgia.
Yeah.
For us millennials and 90s kids.
Yeah. Funny, and uplifting with a center for our generation. Last but least, trailers from DC 23. It was like it was a teaser. There's a dialogue and very little of image, but the one for Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, yeah, like you said, we're not getting anything about plot, or we really only saw a couple of characters, but they've got the orange t-shirts. Camp Half-Blood looks fantastic, and I'm super optimistic about this kid being Percy.
Right after the trailer, the author came out to say that each season will try to adapt a specific book. So each season, one book.
Which book fans who are perpetually disappointed in book adaptations, like film adaptations, have been begging for this. Books are made to be turned into seasons. Anyway, so I'm delighted and optimistic.
Yeah. We'll see how that's going to turn out because, considering it's Disney, it could go from anything from 6 episodes to, I guess, 10, maybe 20. Daredevil's going to be 20. Yeah.
Okay.
Daredevil was another one that came out to D23 and show footage. And Matthew, what's his bucket? Can't remember his name.
Charlie Cox?
Charlie Cox.
Yeah.
Okay, Vincent D'Onofrio was there. And there was a lot of Marvel. And among the trailers we saw for Marvel, we saw Werewolf by Night, a horror trash B movie 70s style Halloween special about a werewolf character in the Marvel universe.
It looks pretty gory, but like also tongue-in-cheek spoofy gory. Maybe don't totally plan on watching it with your little kids. I don't know, but it looks like it could be fun. We also saw a trailer for Secret Invasion. Yeah,
based on the comic book series of the same name. And the comic book series is gigantic. Involves the entire Marvel universe. And it's a mega saga, one of those big events in comic books. They not gonna do that, but they're gonna. No. They seem like they're going for the premise that aliens are here. They infiltrated here for many years, and they are among ourselves because they shapeshift. They shapeshift.
Yeah.
I might be one. She might be one.
Yeah.
Who knows?
No, it could totally happen.
So Nick Fury is going against that, and we'll see how they're gonna turn out.
Yeah, it looks fun. Okay, there was another. So some other stuff from Marvel, or do you want to just stick with trailers for a minute?
Marvel. Let's finish Marvel.
Okay, so. Marvel. Brie Larsen raised some eyebrows on the red carpet when reporters asked her when we'll see more Captain Marvel, like another Captain Marvel film.
Yeah, Brie Larson's that got into hot quadrants on the way how she treated the fans after some fan reactions to the first movie back in the day. The things she said, the things she posted, some might remember. And overall, the reactions towards her and the movie itself was nothing worth mentioning. But anyways, the controversy that happened back then, and she got into controversy again when she answered a reporter that asked, so when we should see her again as Captain Marvel, and she answered like very arrogant, very very bitter way, saying like, I don't know, I don't think there's anyone out there that want to see Captain Marvel again. Is there? And
it's interesting you say it's like bitter and arrogant, because it also seems like it's kind of on the nose. Like I think she's right. Yeah. I personally am not super enthusiastic about seeing her Captain Marvel. I'd much rather see more of Miss Marvel and Monica Rambeau, just based on what we've been seeing on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if she's wrong.
No, she's not wrong. But I mean, as being an actor, acting, she could oh yes, you gotta see me. Anyways,
I don't know. I guess it's refreshing.
Maybe
to see some honesty.
Maybe her contract is expired. We just heard that Don Cheadle his contract is expired. Even though there's like rumors that he's gonna be involved on a show called Armor Wars.
And he does show up in the Secret Invasion trailer.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was shot, so his contract
That's true.
could be expired like after that.
Yeah.
Anyways, before keep going.
Okay, Thunderbolts has revealed their team. Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, David Harbour are going to be leading that anti-hero team up.
Yeah. I don't know. It's very different than the Thunderbolts in the show. I mean, in the books. We'll see. It's like bad guys taking over as good guys. It's like Marvel does bad guys being good guys all the time, so it's nothing quite new.
Yeah, this definitely fits the MCU vibe. Loki Season 2 has added Quan to their cast. You probably know him from Temple of Doom, Goonies, or Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, he did show up to the panel like, Indy, is this the panel for Indy 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't recognize him in Everything Everywhere until he started shouting. We were both sitting there like, oh, who is this guy? We know who this guy is. And then he shouts something and I just hear, Dr. Jones! Short round. Anyway. And then, what about Fantastic Four?
Nothing on Fantastic Four, disappointing everybody. Had so many rumors, people expected that they at least would announce the cast, but it's so far away that, they didn't.
Yeah. So, oh well. We'll see more. One trailer, this is another one that I'm pretty excited about. We saw a trailer for Willow, which is going to be a series, right?
It looks good. It looks big.
Yeah. It looks big, and it looks like, even though we've got like better special effects, I feel like they've really stuck with the aesthetic of the movie. And yeah, it looks fantastic. And Warwick Davis. What a gem of a human being. I'm pretty excited about this. Okay.
Yeah, so anything Marvel anymore?
No, I think
Ant-Man.
Ironheart and Ant-Man.
Ant-Man had some footage exclusive for the people in the audience. So it's Ironheart. That Disney finally revealed and confirmed that the Hood, is that a Hood? Red Hood? I can't remember. This magician villain is gonna be the villain in Ironheart. That's the girl that takes over.
Iron Man.
They might change a lot because on the books, there's like a hologram Tony that answers her, and this one she's gonna pop on Black Panther. We see her on the trailer of Black Panther, so it might be different. But yeah, we saw Kang the Conqueror main on Ant-Man 3. Yep. Also suspected since the character was.
They set that up in Loki.
Variant on the character was in Loki.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and there was also a Wakanda Forever exclusive trailer.
Another footage, another trailer.
Yeah. Although I don't really want to see more trailers because I feel like we'll just start giving away plot. Yeah. So that's
in the trailer, broke the house. Harrison Ford is very emotional about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Against my better judgment, I'm excited for that film.
Okay. Star Wars.
Yes.
What we see from Star Wars on the D23.
The Mandalorian trailer.
The Mandalorian trailer looks good.
Yeah.
It looks like gonna be some big trouble, big mess, big action.
As we had hoped, it looks like the action is moving to Mandalore, and this conflict now between Din Djarin and Bo-Katan, and trying to reestablish a broken, obliterated world. It looks good.
The trailer for this new animation from the creators of Rebels, the creators of Clone Wars, and the creators of Bad Batch. This one's called Tales of the Jedi. It's 6 short stories about origin stories for Jedis that we don't see much on the movies, books, comic books, and those are Ahsoka, Count Dooku, and that's all they got. That's all they gave us. But we're gonna see more.
We will. Count Dooku, we see him as Qui-Gon's master as well. So we see a Padawan Qui-Gon. So cool. Any more for about Andor?
They show some more footage for Andor, which is like the show's gonna come out like a couple weeks. So we know we got it. Just started.
Yeah, no, that's definitely how I'm feeling. Okay, tragic news. Like, not even bad news. Just straight up tragic news. Not only did they not announce any new Star Wars movies, but the Patty Jenkins Rogue Squadron film has been just completely pulled from their release schedule.
Yeah.
Which is terrible.
It might never see the light of day.
Yeah.
It might change, but if anything, I think they should cancel Rian Johnson's films. But anyways.
Like, I'd rather see them cancel than put out something bad, but I just have a hard time seeing Patty Jenkins and Rogue Squadron being bad.
Oh, yeah.
It was disappointing.
Yeah.
We also have a casting announcement. This is a long speculated casting announcement for Ahsoka for that series. They found their Ezra Bridger.
Yes, Eman Esfandi. Yeah, he looks good for the part.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he looks like Ezra.
That is the extent of what we know about him.
Yeah. It didn't go for the Aladdin guy that a lot of people were hoping for, but this kid looks for the part, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think that actually covers everything.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Haunted Mansion, Mufasa, we went through all that. I mean, they announced... I don't think we talk about Mufasa.
We didn't talk about it, but like...
they announced a prequel for Mufasa. It's called The Adventures of Young Mufasa.
And they also
announced... What's it called? No, it's not called
It's just called Mufasa, right?
Mufasa the Lion King, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which...
And I feel like... I can't remember if this is official, if I heard it somewhere else, but like James Earl Jones will not be involved. Which just...
Didn't he die?
No.
Yeah, he died.
No, he didn't.
James Earl Jones died.
When did that happen?
Oh, you talked about it. Come on.
Oh, no.
Of course he can't be part of it because James Earl Jones died.
I feel like I would remember that one.
Okay, let's see. He didn't die.
Yeah. Okay.
Why did he die?
Woo! Because he's real old.
Okay.
And so a lot of other Star Wars actors have died.
He didn't die. People...
Okay.
Be happy. James Jones is alive and well.
Yes, reports of his death are grossly exaggerated.
He voiced Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
Yes.
He voiced Darth Vader. But he's alive.
Yes. Okay.
Huh.
Well, that just about did me in.
Peter Mayhew died.
Mayhew died. Carrie Fisher died. Kenny Baker.
The OG. That's it, right? Mark Hamill's still around.
Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford. Although I keep thinking Harrison Ford is dead because what happened in The Force Awakens, like, it got me and I keep thinking, oh man, he's dead. Nope, it's the character.
Alive, yeah.
It was a movie and it was pretend and it was the character and the real guy is fine.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that's it, right? D23.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And next week there's going to be even more.
Yeah, but I guess that's it. We will be back next week with more pop culture news.
Yeah.
With movies, series. You know the drill. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.